Yeah, let's do it.
Hello, everybody. This is Bob Kingpin Eres, alongside my broadcast partner over here, Brian Cano Sr., and we are here with D-Backs Weekly Inside the Game, and this is our second special on the World Series. We have now completed both games 1 and 2 that were held in Arlington, Texas, and now we move. This is workout day, and tomorrow starts game number 3 of the World Series here at Chase Field. So games 3, 4, and 5 will be played right here in the Valley of the Sun. Brian?
Yeah, hey, Bob, what a great time in the Valley. It's Sunday here in Phoenix, Arizona. We've got the workout behind us. The D-backs are on the field now, taking batting practice, fielding. The energy is good. Saw Torey Lovello with a handful of reporters. He's in his spirits are uplifted.
Yep.
I mean, as tired as he should be, I'd be like snoozing, tired. I mean, but he's got a lot of energy. He still has plenty of energy to get through this series. I like the energy over there, and we're going to be around. I'm going to stick around for the Rangers, but what a treat to be here for the World Series at Chase Field. Wow. And like Bob said, game 1, game 2, game 1, what a heartbreaker. What a heartbreaker. But then to get the big win last night in game 2, humongous.
Yeah, big win last night, and you know that first game, like you said, it was a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
This is almost that I can remember Sewald's second blowing save until the first time that he pitched for us, it seems like. And it goes all the way back to, what is that, June or whatever, when they first acquired him.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, that means that like the next 4 games, 5 games, whatever it might be, he will be in top shape again. But Merrill Kelly last night, let's talk about that. You know, first game, hey, listen, they held the lead. They blew it there in the 9th inning. And in the 11th inning, Texas Rangers hit a walk-off home run. But last night, unbelievable. Tommy Pham goes 4 for 4. Merrill Kelly pitches 7 complete innings,
Solid.
which is the first time since, I believe, 2019 that a pitcher in the World Series has gone 7 innings.
Yeah. No, Merrill Kelly was phenomenal last night. His command of the strike zone, his command of his cutter, his slider, his knuckle curve, whatever he was throwing, and then his tailing fastball, the 4-seam fastball, just had the hitters off balance for at least the first 2 at bats. And that's based. I'm not sure. I think it was Heim or one of the Rangers was quoted as saying that he going after their second at bat, he still had their number, and they didn't know what to do at that point. But hats off to Merrill Kelly for not only winning that game, but man, I'll tell you what, the D-backs spent a lot of energy in that first game with their bullpen, and to minimize the bullpen and to maximize the starting pitching in a World Series game 2 when your team is down a game already. One of the greatest games. I'm going to say it out loud. One of the greatest World Series games, starting pitching wise, that I've ever seen. And I've been watching a lot of baseball, and it was a great game. And I don't want to steer too far from that, but I want to say Tommy Pham, and we'll talk some about Tommy Pham. 4 for 4, leading by example. You know, this thing he does, it just gets me going. And I can only imagine what the players are like, you know, when he steps up and does something like that. But what a leader, what qualities, and you know, and we'll talk some more about Tommy Pham. But yeah, what a great game last night, and what a way to do it. And not only that, but let's talk about Ketel Marte. 18 consecutive hits, first 18 at bats in postseason play. He sets an all-time record.
Games,
I mean, that's amazing. What are you thinking about that?
You know, it's kind of funny. In a way, it's kind of funny that, and I talked about this even before the playoffs started, and you know that. You never know who the hero's going to be, right?
Right.
We knew that Pham brought in an intensity into this team. I mean, the guy is so intense.
A lot of professionalism, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, incredible. But Alek Thomas, I mean, I even said Alek Thomas could wind up being a hero in these playoffs. And so far, he's been that guy.
Yeah.
And it was kind of funny. I saw an interview, and I don't know if you did. You had some company over last night. But after the game, I had the opportunity to watch the MLB interviews. And the MLB interviews, they interviewed Alec Thomas. And he goes, and they asked him, they go, well, what do you think? You know, you're a young guy, and, you know, you've stepped into this moment, and you've taken it. And Alec Thomas, in just this nonchalant way, said, well, maybe I am built for this. So I thought,
he believes in himself.
Yeah, so
I love it.
You know, and the thing is that he's done very well.
Yeah.
The team has done well.
Yeah.
The team has gone back to what they were in spring training and the early part of the season, running, hitting, and I think they had, and you correct me if I'm wrong, I think they had 4 bunts last night. You know, even the announcers on Fox were saying, this is something you don't even see in baseball anymore.
Yeah.
And what has the Diamondbacks done?
Yeah.
They've gone back to basics. They're playing basic ball. Yeah. They're not out there trying to hit the home run. They're trying to manufacture runs the way that they know how, and the way that they know how they can do it.
Well, Bob, let's face it. I mean, let's face it. I want to say it out loud. I wouldn't take and again, no offense to a 1968 Impala. I used to have one. But I wouldn't take it out to race a 2000, and I'm not comparing teams here. I'm just saying there are limitations to what an Impala from 1968 can do compared to what a new Chevy can do these days. And if you use those components and you really put the metal down, put the pedal down, you can really maximize what the newer version of these automobiles, in this case, can do. And I'm thinking the D-backs are now putting the pedal to the metal and applying all of the things that have made them so good, that made them play so well all season. It's sporadically, but have put it together in the last month. And again, we said it. You don't have to be the best team in this tournament to win it all. And the D-backs are proving that. And again, I think it's fair to say that they may not have been the best team on paper, but when it comes to this tournament, this MLB championship postseason, the D-backs are by far the hottest team. They've got the best bullpen, some of the best starting pitching, great hitting. At times it goes a little flat, but who doesn't? It's a World Series. So all the things that we're witnessing are a culmination of a lot of the things that happened throughout the 162 games, where Torey Lovullo preach this. Let's make sure we don't take too much on a loss and not too high on a win.
Right.
Let's focus on what needs to be done. And day by day they did that. And I think at the end of the day, you finally get to see the fruit fall from the tree. And I think that's what's happening here, is that after all that watering, all that cultivating, you're starting to benefit from that and harvest some of the fruit from that tree. And in this case, the World Series, I'm not done yet. It's 1-1, but I really like where the D-backs are going right now, and I really like where they're going in the future as well.
Now let's talk about the Pham selfless act that he did last night. Now I'll let you explain that, because Torey Lovullo got a lot of heat from this on social media, that said that he took Pham out so he couldn't hit his 5th at bat, but that's farthest from the truth. Go ahead, Brian, explain that.
The sub stories that go along with the big picture, which is Game 2 of the World Series, those are the forefront of the reporting. But I was listening to some reporting last night that indicated that Tommy Pham may have given up his 5th at bat, even though this 5th at bat may have put him in a place where nobody else has been, 5 for 5 in the World Series. He offered this at bat to Jace Peterson, so that Jace could have an at bat in a World Series.
Right. And
I wasn't sure about that. I mean, it was a rumor. I like to make sure, as a news person, validate, make sure it's legit before you talk about it. And so today here at Chase, I was in the lunchroom upstairs. One of our colleagues, I won't name him, but he's 100%. I believe in what he's saying. He validated that story. That Torey Lovullo even mentioned it today in a press conference. So with that being said, it blows my mind a little bit, but it does it in a way, because Tommy Pham, from the get-go, I knew that there was something about him that I really liked, and it wasn't necessarily his baseball skill sets, even though I knew he had them, but there was something about the way he interacted with the players.
Yep.
So that conduit between the generations that every team should have. And I think Tommy Pham fit that role and has embraced it. And to the extent that he cares about his teammates now. And I'll tell you how much he cares. He gave up his fit that bad for his teammate. And that gives me chills just thinking about it.
Yeah, that's an incredible story. And let's wrap this up with starting pitching tomorrow, because you got a Hall of Famer going. Now, he has been injured, and we don't know how long he's going to go, but Max Scherzer is going to be going for the Texas Rangers against Brandon Pfaadt, is the way that he pronounces that. Pfaadt. Almost like Pfaadt.
Yeah, hey.
And
let's do this.
I'm going to fight you. So the thing is that he's going to be going tomorrow. He has been incredible in these playoffs. Unbelievable. A rookie pitcher, a guy who was sent back and forth 3 times this year. 3 times he was sent back to Reno, and every time back he got better. Brent Strom worked with this kid, and he is pitching really good. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got tomorrow. I still think that he's going to come out with the ice water in his veins, and expect again a good game. We don't know how many innings he's going to go, but in the past, Torrey's had him go 4 or 5 innings. But I think it's going to be, tomorrow might be a little bit different. Yeah. If he's pitching well, he might just leave him in there.
Yeah. Well, let's face it, Brandon Pfaadt is really, in the postseason, he's making a name for himself. There's analysts out there in the baseball world that are saying that Brandon Pfaadt, believe it or not, has got better stuff than Merrill Kelly and Zach Gallen. I don't know about all that. I've seen him for 160. I watched the whole season. And there were times where Brandon Pfaadt didn't look like the Brandon Pfaadt Brandon Pfaadt that he looks like today. And I think that that's important to recognize. Right. He has come a long way. He's worked hard. They sent him down to Reno. We know that. And he must have done everything he needed to do to get it where he's at. And you know that, but I think that belief in himself, that hey, look, I can do it at this level.
Yep.
And then getting it done at this level, and then having the belief of his teammates. Well, they know that when that young man's on the hill, they got a shot to win this game. Get him some runs and see what happens. So as far as that goes, I'm all for, Pfaadt. I'm looking forward to seeing how he does. And Max Scherzer is Max Scherzer. You got to show him a lot of respect.
Right.
3 innings, 4 innings. If the D-backs can get him out of there early, get into that bullpen, we'll see what happens. I anticipate the D-backs having a solid effort tomorrow. I'm not going to go as far as saying that the D-backs are going to win tomorrow, but the likelihood of them winning tomorrow is greater than it was in game 1 or 2 in my book, as just an analyst. That's all I'm saying.
And this place is going to be jumping.
Rocking.
Jumping. I mean, World Series, going to be, I'm going to guesstimate that there's going to be a couple thousand standing room tomorrow. I think there'll be about 49, close to 50,000 people at Chase Field, and it's going to be noisy. It's going to be rocking, and they can't wait to explode. You know what? The only time that I've seen Brandon Pfaadt sorry, nervous is when he talks to the media. Now, you are kind of scary, Brian, but that's about the only time that I see him like, he's like out of his comfort zone.
He's getting savvy, though, man. I think the more that the media talk, the more he engages, the more he's out. It's important to recognize that these are young men that have not. I mean, this is the World Series, folks. I mean, can you believe it? I mean, the World Series,
right
here at Chase Field. We're here, and I cannot wait. By the way, we're in the auxiliary press box. More than likely, where Bob and I will be reporting from. This will be our view. Phenomenal, and we're grateful for the Arizona Diamondbacks and Major League Baseball for making this happen. We appreciate it, and we look forward to reporting on as comprehensively as we can about the next 3 games here in Phoenix, and we'll see what happens.
Exactly, and I think we'll just end it just like that, Brian. For everybody out there, stick with us here at D-Backs Weekly Inside the Game. We'll be coming up with other podcasts as the series moves along. But with that, Brian, what do we always say now at the end of our show? Go D-Backs.
Go D-Backs.